Thank you for watching Balinda New Horizons podcast. My name is Mucho Balinda, and today I'm going to talk about the topic of employee motivation. In my previous message, I talked about the same topic, but from an employer's perspective. I showed what the employer needs to do in order to engage his employees. I talked about the elements that the employer needs to take into consideration if he is to take his employees to a higher level of performance. As I continue to study this subject, I realized that the concept of motivation is a two-way street. It's not just the employer who needs to do something. The employee also has some responsibility, has a share in that. For example, the employer has control over finances. He is the one who cuts the check to compensate the employee for his efforts. The employer also has control over the work environment. He also has control over resources such as training and other materials that the employee needs in order to succeed, in order to increase and improve his capabilities. However, the employer has no control over the employee's attitude, has no control over his feelings and emotions. The employer has no control over the employee's goals and aspirations and dreams. He has no control over those. And so if that picture of employee motivation is to be complete, both the employer and the employee need to work together in order to complete that puzzle. And in this message, I'm going to focus on that piece of puzzle that the employee brings in order to complete that picture. Have you worked on a project that took you a lot of time? You spent a lot of energy, and it required you to take care of so many details. You didn't spend time with your friends. You didn't spend time with your family. You felt like you were isolated. You were somewhere on an island. And at some point you felt like you could not complete that project. There is no way. You said to yourself that there is no way that I can complete this project. But since you believed in your abilities, since you believed in your skills, you believed that you had what it takes to complete that project, you somehow hang in there, and you completed it. How did you feel? I'm sure you felt good. You felt unstoppable. You felt that the world is full of possibilities. All your dreams, goals, and aspirations, you felt like they were attainable. And what's interesting is that during those times when we feel like that, everybody around us seems to be cheering us up. It seems like everything we do tends to go in the direction we want it to go. It seems like everyone is getting out of their way to give us favors. I like those moments, and I'm sure you do too. But have you also been to the other side? The other side where everything seems like you don't know what's going on. There is confusion around you. You seem to be standing alone in the stadium of life. It's total darkness around you. There is obscurity everywhere. You walk, but you can't even see your own shadow. You reach a point where your heart is full of doubt. You doubt yourself. You doubt your own abilities. Your dreams, your goals and aspirations, you seem like they are the Mountain Everest. You can't accomplish them. You can't reach them. You feel like you are in this hole. You're full of fear and you have no energy to keep going, to keep pushing forward. Have you been in that situation? But regardless of how you felt, regardless of what was going on, somehow you managed to get out of that situation, and you completed, or you accomplished what you needed to accomplish. So what got you to stay there? How did you stay there? What kept you going in those situations? Many people, when they're in situations like that, they give up. They say life is too difficult, it's tough, I can't do it. But somehow you keep going. You kept going. What kept you going? That's the element I'm talking about. It's that belief you had. You believe because you believe that you had what it takes. Because you believe that somehow the world was going to align resources. The world was going to make things work. Somehow you believe that you were going to get where you wanted to go, regardless of what you saw around you. So it's that belief in your abilities, that belief in your strength, that strong conviction that your goals and dreams and aspirations will come to pass, will come to be. That's what determines true motivation. If you are that strong to stay engaged, even when situation around you is telling you otherwise, when your mind is telling you one thing and your heart is telling you another, but you still keep pushing, you still keep moving forward, then you know that you are strong. Then you know that you are unstoppable. When all your friends are doubting you, when your parents are not supporting you, when everything seems to go in a totally different direction that you had hoped, but you're still going, then you know that you are truly motivated. You are unstoppable. There is nothing that can stand in your way. And so if you are working for a company and the situation is not going well, and you feel like you want to throw in the towel, just remember that you have what it takes to turn that situation around. Remember that you have the ability to turn lemon into lemonade. You have that ability. Just stay in there, stick in there, and you can dig deep. Even when you feel that doubt that you can't, just reach deeper. You will discover that there is more resources, there is more strength in there to push you forward, to take you further than you've ever been, to accomplish more than you thought you were able to accomplish. It's just a matter of believing. It's just a matter of believing that you have what it takes, and you push forward. Nothing and no one will be able to stop you. Thank you very much.